Hello everyone, welcome back. Please comment, rate, subscribe, folks. Comment, rate, subscribe, like the videos. Also share the videos. I want to thank everyone that does like, watch, and share my videos. You folks are the absolute best. Listen folks, there's a link tree down below. Has the links to all of my social media platforms. Please go down there, follow me across all my social media platforms or talk to me because I talk back. Also down there as well as the links to all of my YouTube pages. Please go down there, subscribe to all my YouTube pages and turn on your notifications so when I post content, you folks will be in the know. Now with that said and done and put to the side, I'm going to talk to you folks today about the New York Jets getting completely embarrassed by the Philadelphia Eagles today. The New York Jets lose to the Philadelphia Eagles 33-18. 33-18, we lost, all right? First and foremost, I want to thank and salute to everybody, you know, all the Savages that joined me through my live game reaction. They had a lot of fun. We also did a live radio show directly after it. So if you didn't catch that, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and go in your boys' video section and watch the whole thing, whole radio show. It was a bunch of fire. We were extremely upset, fired up. A lot of takes flying during that radio show as well. So that was great. And I want to, again, thank everybody that joined me. Now, let me tell you something. This New York Jets defense today was horrible. And that's where I want to start. We couldn't stop anybody. Anybody. Nothing. We couldn't do anything about anything that was going on, okay? One of the guys that we identified on this Philadelphia Eagles team that could possibly give us some trouble and we had to watch was their tight end, Goddard. That's what we said. Hey, we got to look at this guy. We got to make sure we keep him under wraps because we've struggled with tight ends all this year. We've also struggled with tight ends historically, this franchise, as far as defense. We have issues trying to get them covered and wrapped up, right? Keep them under wraps. Don't let him have a big day. Guess what? Goddard had a big day against us. He had 6 catches, 105 yards, and 2 TDs. That's actually a career high for him as far as yardage. It was insane. The coverage was horrible. He was running around wide open within the defense often. As a matter of fact, on one of the plays that he ran in for a touchdown, Ashtyn Davis was actually in position to make a tackle and stop him from running into the end zone. Now, tackling on the day as a whole for the defense was pretty much pushed out the window. Nobody even thought about, you know, tackling today, and we saw that. And I'll talk about that in a little bit. But Ashtyn Davis could have made a play. Now, Goddard catches the ball. He's running. Guess what Ashtyn Davis does? What he always does. Drops his head, drops his shoulder, and tries to launch his body into Goddard, as if that was going to do something when this guy's like almost twice his size. Well, what happened? What always happens? He bounced off of Goddard, and Goddard kept running and scored a touchdown. As a matter of fact, he bounced off of Goddard and took out C.J. Mosley, which was another guy that was in position to make a play. 2 for 1. Goddard just ran into the end zone by himself. Ashtyn Davis is terrible. He's terrible. He's absolutely terrible, and he played terrible in this game as well. He's out of position, doesn't know what he's doing in coverage, missing tackles constantly, launching his body at people, not wrapping when he tries to tackle, and it does nothing but bad things for our defense. Now, here's the big thing with Ashtyn Davis. People want to walk away from Marcus Maye this upcoming offseason. If you walk away from Marcus Maye, and again, you know, he's had that DUI, and there was issues before. I even said myself, look, if he wants to go, let him walk. I'm tired of his nonsense. But if you walk away from Marcus Maye and we don't bring him back, you cannot count on Ashtyn Davis because he's not panning so far. And if he doesn't show us anything into this offseason, guess what? You're walking into next season with a big hole at safety. That's what it is, a big hole at safety. Insane. Ashtyn Davis was awful today. Gardner Minshew had all day to throw the football back there. He was 20 of 25, 242 yards, 2 TDs, just easy breezy. He was moving around in the pocket like it was nothing. He was able to find guys. There was next to no pass rush on him, and he was doing whatever he wanted to do out there. This defense struggled all day trying to get to him. It was insane. We also struggled to stop the run. Miles Sanders, 24 carries, 120 yards on the day. Did whatever he wanted to do. We were struggling so much. I think they scored on their first 7 scoring drives. Their first 7 offensive drives, they scored something. It was insane, man. It was insane. Quez Watkins had 3 catches for 66 yards. And it wasn't just the bad tackling and not being in position. When it wasn't that, we were gifting them with penalties. Our penalty yards, we had 6 penalties for 66 yards, and a lot of those penalties were defensive penalties. Pass interference calls on 3rd down, helping them extend drives. There was a call by Mosley in the second half when we were trying our best to try to get back into it, and the Eagles were draining the clock, particularly in the 3rd quarter. Mosley gets caught on an encroachment on a 4th down, I think it was 4th and 3. He gets caught encroaching and gives them 5 yards to continue their drive down for a 1st down. Insanity. These are veteran players making rookie mistakes. and they costed us all day long. Saleh's got to step up, dude. If you're going to commit penalties for the New York Jets, you need to be able to be held accountable. All right? Whether it's sitting the guy down on a bench or pulling him out the game immediately and letting him know, look, I'm done with this. It's the same guys doing the same things here. Same things. And we have no business being as penalized as we are. We're not good enough to win games like that. We're truly not. It's insane, man. The offense, honestly, the offense was decent for almost the first half, but after that, it was over. After the first three scoring drives, things just died. Zach Wilson was 22 of 38 on the day, 226 yards. He had 2 touchdowns, and he had an interception, all right? Zach Wilson was out there dialing at first. Our first drive was beautiful. Braxton Berrios had a big return. We were able to get down, get the ball to Elijah Moore. He got a score. You know, there were just guys moving. Zach Wilson rushed for a touchdown. Things were looking good. Griffin got a touchdown, but then after that, things just died, and we couldn't get anything rolling offensively. Nothing. We couldn't get anything going. The offense just completely fell apart, all right? But I tell you what, Elijah Moore looked good. He had 6 catches for 77 yards. That kid continues to look like a star for us. He's a big weapon here. Corey Davis, who I thought was going to do a bit more, we saw him go down with a groin injury. He made some catches, but it just wasn't enough. Crowder was solid in his day as well. He had 4 catches, 62 yards. But the offense, again, After that first half, after those first three scoring drives, it just struggled to find a rhythm, struggled to find a way to get back into the end zone. It really, really did. In the second half, again, the Eagles just drained the clock running the ball, and the defensive penalties absolutely killed us. But you know what truly killed us? The kicking in this game. We just got rid of Amendola. We just did, because he was a horrible, garbage kicker. They just told us they had an open competition. Amendola couldn't get the job done. They cut him. They bring in this dude, Kessman. He is awful. The first 2 scores that we had, he missed both extra points after him. And not just missed them, you know, where it came off the upright or things just weren't. No, he was missing these things wide left. They weren't even close. So after that point, it was like, bro, we can't put this guy out here and have him kick a 30, 40-yard field goal in case it's a shootout. No, we've got to go for 2. We've got to do this. We got to do that. We scored twice. Then the Eagles scored twice, and we were still down. This dude Kessman needs to be gone too. We need to get rid of him as well. He's a garbage kicker as well. It's insane. This entire game just was awful. It was awful. The defense was awful. It's just an awful performance. An awful performance. Comment down below. Let me know what you folks think. How do you folks feel about this loss to the Eagles? What are your thoughts about Zach Wilson and his performance? Give me your thoughts about this defense. I know people are steamed up. Let's talk about it. Get in the comments. Let's go back and forth. Thank you folks for watching. You folks have a good one. Peace.